All right, I was a higher Pinax TV. Yes, Attorney General. Wababa yen press conference na say amount for a soja di kunichem no ena ama yes the Attorney General Babontin edin sema babe tuja na ene say yen nyina ye wo ha enche bia na abutri kan semba ya yen nyina ye hu say the processes cost wa ye be fa na free Ghana ha edin akọ United States of America na eno na Ghana for dodo na ka say yen ti ase say yen ye citizen na say yen Ghana ni asemba de enche na ya be fa no de na free ye Ghana ha na edin akọ. A lot of people were talking say sanity de na nka butri kakra dodo na ase nkomo ntwe e ma yemfa no free ha enko United States ni enkodi na asem ene say enche ene say Attorney General so ababontin a odin sema ba betu dwase say de formally no request akọ United States of America or more authorities was say extradition of former finance minister Ofori Atta on any technical advisor 78 counts of charges are dey abom no or share say de request na kwa ye be hwe animu say ye di bronya wi bia ye di bronya wi new year mu ho ne de or ne technical advisor betimi be pm e wo Ghana ha na omo courts and sensema ye di abom a ye di no ye betimi atwa so na ye di, because a lot of people were talking say ye ntia say ye di request akọ na etimi achesa na say de ye de and say US for de omo de buy ye Ghana for yetimi assist United States for na say extradition no Ghana for de no eba beko nti Attorney General ye press conference or den sem we nyina ebe tudwa nti ebe ko na yakwakuti afri Attorney General ho na sem o de tudwa about Ofori Atta former finance minister or any technical advisor or more extradition edi ombe ba Ghana ha na yaba be di omasem ne hwe video no ne samra sisi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister for Government Communication, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My fellow countrymen and women, today's press conference centers around a groundbreaking investigation and recovery of proceeds of crime by the Economic and Organized Crime Office. But before I proceed to provide the details of the investigation and its outcomes, I wish to take a moment to announce that I have formally transmitted the request for the extradition of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori Atta and his chef de cabinet, Mr. Ernest Dako Akori. You will recall that the Office of the Special Prosecutor investigated acts of corruption and corruption-related offenses by the former Finance Minister and his accomplices, and proceeded to file charges in the High Court of Justice against them. On November 19th, 2025, that is this year, my office received a formal request from the Office of the Special Prosecutor to initiate extradition proceedings for Kenneth Ofori Atta and Ernest Dako Akori from the United States of America. Following a preliminary review, our International Cooperation Unit observed that certain aspects of the request require clarification and enhancements to align with the applicable legal and procedural requirements. We communicated these observations to the Office of the Special Prosecutor via a letter dated 25th November 2025 and requested supplementary documentation to ensure completeness. On December 9th, 2025, the Office of the Special Prosecutor provided the requested additional documentation and addressed the observations that we raised, thereby finalizing the extradition request packages. Subsequently, on December 10, 2025, my office transmitted the complete request to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for onward transmission to the competent authorities in the United States of America. That is, in this case, the Department of Justice of the United States. At this point, it is left to the American authorities, especially the judicial authorities, to make a determination on whether a sufficient basis exists for the two accused persons to be extradited to Ghana to stand trial. And because the matters have already been filed, and because they have been filed by the Office of the Special Prosecutor, I am not permitted to go into the details of the charges. But the charge sheet is a public document, and has been made available. And all of you, I'm sure, have access to it. There are 78 charges against Honorable Ken Ofori Atta and his accomplices, and they border on causing financial loss to the state, using public office for private benefit, and so on and so forth. So you can look at the charge sheet and then make up your minds with respect to the charges. So I won't comment on them in today's press conference. Basically, what I want Ghanaians to know is that this government is committed to accountability, and the government has taken the requisite steps that are legally required for the Honorable Ken Ofori Atta and NS Dakon Akore to be extradited to Ghana, to be brought to Ghana to face justice. As I indicated earlier, it is now left to the judicial authorities in the United States to assess the entire package that we have presented to find out whether there is sufficient basis for him to be extradited. But as I mentioned earlier,
all right, so that was the Attorney General and someone or the tuja ewo honum. Yes. Finally, Nidia, you bet me I say Ken Ofori Atta, former finance minister, or any technical advisor, maybe PM ewo Ghana. Hana any say said all in some tujano. Somewhere 19th November, ye day a year request, formal request from Office of the Special Prosecutor, Attorney General. No, ye him. How a lot of people no more bought a year OSP nechi say on one kasa and a washer da a year Ken Ofori Atta on pese or maybe PM or Ghana ha because one gasa wo ha na share ha man free e Ghana ha say eko PM or United States of America na ye den enene obabesu ade a che Ghana for say na NPP aban e wo so e na omo hwema Ken Ofori Atta e free Ghana ha koye because you had every right senka we be cheche ma che Ghana for time a NPP aban e wo so na ye nyina ye hu say yes omo e ka ho bi e na omo empese ye bedi e Ken Ofori Atta asem. And a lot of people were talking about the fact that the OSP is shielding some of these former appointees. Ana Ken Ofori Atta and so eka ho. Emma at a point omoka say a docket or the ebeba and as or the bre Attorney General. A lot of evidence and as a lot of documents ni bi ni mo. I also the beka ho a na omo che say omo chena na onfamba. But se CM say Ghana for start soldier gu OSP ni chem. Emma ni hu say chale se see anema say the esi kono. Wan hwa ye be you free so ne ade wan hwa office ne kra ye be gu no na say wadwuma bo no se see dem say wakaka no ho kakra ama sisi or the documents and I say mean kind of say evidence I can't the charges ni hu nyina or the account the akoma Attorney General ama sisi there Attorney General dey abetu anim say official request no enso so akọ say dem dey kan so say nipa nkron na omo ye fa ne say President John Dramani Mahama ba ban mu yetimi ayi omo Afri Ghana ha say ye dey omo akọ ama no ne United States akodi omo asem na no na Ghana for dodo na no so omo nti ase say ye dey na ye dey ba ya ntem so na ye di omo Afri Ghana ha e di omo akọ na Ghana ye asset now yenya ente ho hwe ya na aye a lot of backlash and they bought Ghana authorities now also mo hwe masa extradition no etimi eba so no etisese dey say dem di kan no Attorney General de nsem ababa betudwa a ekyerese dey o mawie processes ni nyina amasese dey yes ye betimi aka say Attorney General any and as OSP any former finance minister omo case no ebetimi yebetimi atwa so a yebe hu Ken Ofori Atta and the technical advisor ewo court ewo honom. A lot of people were talking because President John Dramani Mahama ba ye hu say oni United States for oni omo na kra na kakra bibia otimi eboa ewo honom de ema omo entisese dey yes ye betimi aka say former finance minister obeba be PM ewo Ghana ha say ama ye di nasem ewo eho etiwei ene former yam kan say Attorney General the press conference okọ ye wo honom na ye nyina be kai say ebeto dwa say extradition process no enya dia that simple especially from say the free nipani free United States eba Ghana ha say no it has a lot of processes go through na eno enebi mu say as Ghana ha de no fododo because Ghana ha ye bo dian say ye de wo eko na enchechemu ekakra ba ya na eche say criminal charges are a year former finance minister. No, it has to be a charge. The other country is also equally a criminal case and as a criminal offense. No, as I see documents are akopiem United States authorities on. They say akase omo enso ebehwem na omo hu sese idea bibia ededa na kwan mu ebetimi the former finance minister ababe piem Ghana ha 80 yes. Attorney General the nsem ababa betudwa ama ye hu sese idea case no enye trial in absentia bio ye be hu former finance minister on the technical advisor Ghana ha na ye di omo asem aha Pinax TV ye da mo ase se money tonight.